Welcome back to another rebuild here on NBA 2K23 Next Gen. In today's video, we are back with another offseason rebuild, and today we have the Brooklyn Nets. This is a Nets team that had a pretty busy year last season. They ended up going 45-37. They finished as the 6th seed in the Eastern Conference, then got swept by the Philadelphia 76ers in round 1. Now, I wouldn't say the Nets are technically in a rebuild. I think they are most likely still going to be a playoff team next year in the East, but they're not a true contender. So this team's definitely going to need some work, but I love Mikal Bridges. I'm a huge Nick Claxton fan. I truly do believe that we're like a star or two away from really putting this team over the hump and hopefully getting the Brooklyn Nets a championship. Ultimately, that is our goal today. So this is only going to be a 3-year rebuild. I know some of the really young teams have been doing 5 years, but this just doesn't really feel like one of those situations. So if you have any young teams you want me to do 5-year rebuilds with, let me know down below in the comment section, of course, along with any other video ideas. We're in a really weird point of the summer right now where there's really absolutely nothing going on in the majority of sports besides baseball. So if you guys have any video ideas, whatever they may be, let me know them down below in the comment section. But without further ado, man, we have a Brooklyn Nets rebuild to do. Let's get into it. All right, so obviously we are well into the offseason right now, so I don't expect too many major changes with this team. But we might have a couple trades here or there. We'll get into them in just a second. But let's just go over this roster real quick. And again, I don't know if it's 100% accurate, but it should be pretty goddamn close. So, point guard spot, Spencer Dinwiddie. He is a probably not a long-term option for me, if I'm being completely honest with you here. Obviously, this is not a realistic rebuild. And when I say things like this, I'm obviously talking about 2K, not talking about real life. So, Spencer Dinwiddie, probably not a long-term option for me. Dennis Smith Jr., ignore the contract. I know it's not 100% accurate. We will fix those at the start of next season. Not that it really matters because it's a one-year deal. But nonetheless, backup point guard option. I don't know. I mean, it's a decent backup point guard option. I always forget he went like number 9 overall, but we will see. Shooting guard spot, Mikal Bridges, best player on this team, absolute NBA Iron Man. Literally just does not miss a game. I mean, it's actually mathematically insane how like durable this man is. He's 26. We're going to try to build around him today. Cam Thomas is here. Actually progresses pretty well. He actually also puts up really good numbers. If he continues to do that, we're going to try to get him some minutes. We will see. Edmund Sumner, probably not going to be too involved in the rotation. 27 years old. Is a 76 overall, but honestly, I'd rather get, it says Derek, it's Tariq. I don't know who made these draft classes and why they changed the names or the first names of some of these players. I'll fix it. I didn't even notice it. But yeah, Tariq Whitehead, I definitely would like to get some minutes. I think there's definitely some potential there. Cam Johnson obviously agreed to a long-term contract with the Brooklyn Nets. A lot of people thought he was going to sign an offer sheet elsewhere. Just kind of skipped that process. I'm pretty sure many people, myself included, just assumed Brooklyn would match it. If he did do that, he ended up back with Brooklyn anyways. Lonnie Walker, I actually like that signing quite a bit. Power forward spot's an interesting one for me. There's a little bit of depth here. DFS is here. Royce O'Neal is here. Darius Baisley signed a 1-year deal with the team. Again, ignore the money. They drafted Noah Clowney, Jalen Wilson, and Raekwon Gray. So, I mean, this is depth. I mean, obviously, there's not a star here, at least not yet anyways, but we'll see what we end up doing once we do get to the start of year 1. Center spot, Nick Claxton. I do not plan on moving. Hopefully, he can win a DPOY throughout this video. That'd be cool. Oh, good God, don't get me started on Ben Simmons, Ron Sharp here as well. So, Simmons is somebody I definitely could consider moving right now. The whole thing we do every offseason where we all say Ben Simmons is going to be back, the ship's kind of sailed on that one for me. I've kind of given up hope, to be completely honest with you, but we'll see. But yeah, we have a couple moves, so let's get into them. So I know I typically say that I like to leave the team relatively similar to what I believe it's going to look like at the start of year 1 here in these offseason rebuilds. Today might not be one of those days because I would love to add Pascal Siakam to this team. Obviously, Brooklyn Nets fans would love to do some sort of trade like this, and for some reason, Toronto sees Ben Simmons as a 2.5-star value player. So only 3.5 stars for Siakam. We're going to see if we can maybe work out some sort of deal here because I would love Pascal Siakam. Obviously, he would be, a huge upgrade at our starting power forward spot. So in terms of who else I could trade, honestly, I could move Lonnie Walker, but like he did just sign with the team. But I also could move Tariq Whitehead then to small forward. I mean, I don't know why I'm trying to be somewhat realistic when obviously no part of this is realistic, so we'll throw Lonnie Walker in. Honestly, it's not that big of a deal. And then in terms of draft picks, we don't have a ton of draft picks. That's another reason I'm doing this trade. We don't have our first-round pick next year. Not that we're going to be bad, but we have no reason to really try to be bad. So let's go ahead, and I'll include this 76ers pick right here, and they agree to that. Wow. Pascal Siakam is officially a Brooklyn Net. I am super excited to have him here right now. I just added even more depth to the power forward spot. And honestly, I kind of want Noah Clowney to get these backup minutes. Call me crazy, but I think it makes the most sense strictly based off potential. Now, hang with me. I know we obviously just added a great piece in Pascal Siakam, who's a really good player, obviously NBA champion, has a ton of experience in this league, but I still don't 100% think we're into that championship caliber yet. So we will see. I might have one more trade. If not, I'll see you guys at the start of year one. So completely ignore me saying I wanted to leave the team the same. I mean, that has just completely gone out the window at this point. But yeah, we're adding Jamal Murray to this team. Spencer Dinwiddie and Royce O'Neal is going to land me Jamal Murray. Why this is a possibility without giving up a single draft pick, I have no idea. But when 2K does good things to me, I don't really question it. So, Jamal Murray, welcome to Brooklyn. Feels like an absolute home run offseason so far. I am super, super excited to have him here. He is a massive upgrade over Spencer Dinwiddie, even if the overalls don't say it. He is. I think you all can agree on that. So, I like this lineup. I do like it. I like it quite a bit. We're going to move Dariq Whitehead to the backup small forward spot. He will be the backup for Bridges. And then other than that, I don't really see any other major moves. I mean, we might trade away some of our... Oh, wow. Jumps up 2 overalls. Might trade away some of our other players just at the start of next season just because we don't need that much depth, but we'll see. But as of now, see you guys at the start of year number 1. Obviously, that was a pretty crazy offseason. I did not expect to do anything like that, but that's kind of what happens sometimes in unrealistic rebuilds. And quite honestly, if those were the moves that the Nets made this offseason, some magical universe, I don't think Brooklyn Nets fans would be too upset. It's going to be Jamal Murray, Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, Pascal Siakam, Nick Claxton. Bench unit's pretty decent. It's going to be Cam Thomas, DFS, Dariq Whitehead, Deron Sharp, Dennis Smith Jr. I ended up sending Noah Clowney down to the G League just for year 1. He will eventually end up being the backup power forward on this team, but just for year 1, he'll be down in the G League. I don't think it should be too big of a deal. Darius Bazley's just not going to get minutes, and for those of you asking why don't I just trade him then, I don't know. I don't have a problem with doing unrealistic trades, but I don't want to just trade away players for first-round draft picks because that feels especially cheesy. So, I don't know. If this was some sort of challenge, maybe I'd do it, but it's not. And honestly, we already got away with pretty much murder this offseason. So, I'm excited to see what this team looks like. I like this group a lot. I definitely think we're a playoff team 100%, and maybe even a top 4 seed. I'll see you guys at the end of year 1. Year 1 was interesting. We went 44-38. I'm not going to lie. I thought we were going to be a few games better. Obviously, I do not know what seed that is, but interesting nonetheless. Ja Morant's your MVP, Victor Wembanyama Rookie of the Year, CP3 6th man. Victor Wembanyama in his rookie year wins a Defensive Player of the Year. God damn it. Darius Garland Most Improved, Quinn Snyder Coach of the Year. I feel like in year 1 it's the same awards pretty much every single time. But let's take a full look at the standings right now here in the Eastern Conference. And that's why I'm not necessarily too upset with 44 wins because it is a 4 seed. Now, 44 wins isn't exactly great, but if it ends up, top 4 seed, I'm not going to complain about it too much. Now, are we true contenders? I don't know if we're quite there yet. Obviously, it is only year 1. Jamal Murray leads us in scoring. Then it was Pascal Siakam, Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson. This might be the day where I up his, whatever the hell it is, his shooting tendency, whatever the fuck it is. I'll try to find it, but I don't know. I don't do it too often, but I can't go through 3 seasons of Mikal Bridges averaging 13 when that's just not what he does in real life. 2K refuses to fix their game. Claxton was a double-double on the year, almost 11 boards a game, and then assist was Jamal Murray. So, it is going to be round 1 of the playoffs for us. It is going to be the Philadelphia 76ers, I guess, technically for the 2nd year in a row. James Harden, Tyrese Maxey, Tobias Harris, PJ Tucker, Joel Embiid. Nothing changes in that starting 5. Let's see if we can have a different result this year, though, and beat the Philadelphia 76ers here in round 1. We are 2-2 with them right now. We quickly go down 3-2. And we do end up losing in 6. Now, they definitely were the better team. They definitely have the best player. I'm not too upset about it. It is a little disappointing, but we will see. It is a Cavs and a Grizzlies final. Let's sim through this real quick. And the Cavs go on to win it all in year 1. Donovan Mitchell is your finals MVP. So, it is now time for offseason number 2. Obviously, we've gone ahead and done a pretty good amount of work already. More work than I typically do before we do get to the second offseason. So, we've already set ourselves up really well. Hopefully we can capitalize on those opportunities. But we don't have our draft pick this year. Look at the Spurs. They're projected 3 of the 4 top picks. Absolutely insane. And the Pelicans end up with the number 1 overall pick via the Milwaukee Bucks. I do not know why 2K hates the Bucks so much, but they always end up just not being good. It's very weird. In terms of head coach, I feel like I have gotten stout for a lot recently, so I'll probably wait on him. I'm probably not going to bring back Jacques Vaughn. In terms of other head coaches, Billy Donovan actually has pretty decent ratings. I don't know, man. I mean, Jacques Vaughn, he's nothing special. I don't know. Anybody else here? Jason Kidd. Yeah, I mean, there's nobody really too great, which is a little bit unfortunate, but yeah, I'm just not seeing it. So, you know what? I get Stauffer a lot. Let me go after Billy Donovan, who Actually has pretty decent ratings, so I'll give it a try. If it doesn't end up working out, maybe we'll try to go after somebody else in the offseason. But I'm going to give Billy Donovan a shot. Doesn't work, it doesn't work. We're going to head up to the draft right now. We are going to see if we do have any other picks. I don't believe we do. I just want to double check and confirm. We actually have pick 15 in round 2, and then, yeah, you can see this always happens with, like, Claxton. Every single time I've gotten him in a rebuild or done a Nets rebuild, his morale is always super low in the offseason. I don't know why that happens, but pretty unfortunate to see. So hopefully we can get him back, though. That will be interesting. But we do not need the 15th pick in round 2, so thank you very much, Philadelphia. Head up to team player options right now, where we're going to bring back Cam Thomas, definitely sharp. I'll bring back Jalen Wilson as well. So it is time for free agency. We do not have a qualifying offer here on Nick Claxton, and I'm hoping he re-signs with me, because if not, we're pretty screwed. And also, obviously, Pascal Siakam, very, very important free agent for me. So is he going to re-sign? Nope, he's not. Oh, boy. Let me just make sure, because if he doesn't, I'm going to be pretty upset, because it kind of throws a big wrench in the plans of my rebuild. It's, yeah, okay. It's something to do with, I'm assuming, probably his shot tendency, similar to Mikal Bridges, that he maybe just doesn't get enough touches, or if anybody knows for a fact what it is, feel free to let me know in the comments section, but it is weird. I don't know why that happens to Nick Claxton. It's not like he's like a, I don't know, like he's not like a score first center. Like he's not, you know, Joel Embiid, or I guess you can throw Jokic in there, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like he doesn't need those touches like maybe some other guys do, but nonetheless, we do get him back, even though he is pissed off at us right now. I'm happy to have him back. Then in terms of the power forward spot, Noah Clowney is also a little frustrated. He spent the year in the G League, but he's going to be getting minutes. I think Dorian Finney-Smith's time here is probably coming to an end. I'm actually going to investigate the shot tendency on Mikal Bridges for once in my life. Actually, you know what I'm going to do? I'll just sit here with you guys, because I actually don't know where this is. I'm assuming it's in tendencies. I don't know exactly what it is, though. Like, what here has to go up? Like, is there something that just says shot tendency somewhere? I feel like I found this before. I just don't know exactly where it is. Like, if anybody knows, and you're probably all laughing at me like I'm a complete fucking idiot. Like, is it just this? Does this just have to go up? I don't know what it's supposed to be. I'll put it at 80. I don't know if that's the right thing. If it's not, and you can let me know in the comment section, that would be great, because I honestly don't know what else it is. But other than that, at this point in time, we definitely could have a few trades coming, so I'll see you guys with those. I'm pretty sure I got Javon Carter in a rebuild a couple days ago, but honestly, he's our best option, and this trade makes a lot of sense for me. We're sending Dorian Finney-Smith, Jalen Wilson, and a second-round pick over to Chicago for Javon Carter, and another reason I'm doing this is because we are acquiring another first-round pick as well. So, yeah, I promise I won't get Javon Carter for a while after this. But I need to back up my guard, and he is an upgrade, and I'm very excited to have him here, along with that first-round draft pick. So I don't think there's any other major moves coming for me. In terms of this rotation, I'm pretty happy with it still. I don't know if I have the right thing on Mikal Bridges. I hope I did, but I probably did not. But I'm happy right now. Hopefully everybody else on this team can be happy, but obviously I'm excited to get Clowney some minutes. Hopefully Derek Whitehead can continue to progress. See you guys at the start of year 2. After a somewhat disappointing to the end of our season last year where we lost in the first round, we are back here for year 2. There were no major moves made. This team is basically relatively similar, pretty much exactly how it was last year, but I'm excited to see how this team kind of fits together. Obviously, we went ahead and maybe changed Mikal Bridges' shot tendency. I don't know if I did the exact right thing. I'm sure many of you will let me know down below. I'm always going to mention it because I'm sick of it, and I don't know why it continues to happen. Jamal Murray constantly gets disrespected in this game. That's not to say he didn't play well for us last year, but that 84 overall, it needs to be higher. But he's obviously our starting point guard. Bridges here at the 2. We have Cam Johnson here at the 3. Pascal Siakam re-signed, and Nick Claxton. So re-signing our entire front court is very, very important for me. Cam Thomas will remain my 6th man off the bench, followed by Derek Whitehead. Noah Clowney is going to take over a pretty big role this year, 16 minutes off the bench as Pascal Siakam's backup. Javon Carter, your new addition here as well, and then Deron Sharp still going strong, backing up Nick Claxton. So this is it, man. Again, I do think this team's better than a 44-win team, so hopefully we can go out and prove that. See you guys at the end of year 2. We round out year 2 with a record of 56-26. I will definitely take that, and obviously we're hoping for a little bit of a better result come playoff time. Luka Doncic is your MVP. Cody Williams, Rookie of the Year. He's in Indiana. Chris Paul, once again, 6th man of the year. Victor Wembanyama, again, is your D-boy. Amen Thompson, most improved. Jason Kidd, holy Christ, 68 wins. My God almighty. Dallas is, yeah, they're playing pretty good this year. We finished as the 2 seed here in the Eastern Conference. Here's a look at the Western Conference if you wish to pause and take a look at that. Here's a look at the numbers on the year real quick. Let's check this out. Okay, so maybe I fixed Mikal Bridges' scoring tendency. Did I do it right? Can somebody let me know in the comment section? It appears that I did. I don't know, though. Maybe did I put it too high? I don't know what a recommended is, but it appears we did something right. Rebounds was Nick Claxton, and assists was Jamal Murray. So we're obviously facing a play-in team here in round one. It's going to be the 7-seeded Atlanta Hawks, who did lose Jamal Murray. They lost Clint Capella, but 2K still loves them, and they're still a big pain in the ass to play, especially in round one. So we are up 3-0, though. Make that 3-1. Make that 3-2. Okay, thank God. We do end up facing a 6 seed here, as the 6-seeded Raptors beat the 6-seeded Hornets, beat the 3-seeded Raptors in 5 games in round one. Well, they've added Bradley Beal. Brandon Miller is developing quite nicely. They added Denny Avdija, Mark Williams starting center. You got Scary Terry, one of my favorite Celtics of all time, off the bench. And let's just see what ends up happening here in round two. We're 1-1 with them right now. We go up 2-1. We go up 3-1. Go into game 6. And wow, we're in the Eastern Conference Finals. We're in the Eastern Conference Finals, and we're going to be taking on the Cavs, the defending NBA champions. So that's kind of a pain in the ass. Hopefully we can maybe pull off, I guess, an upset if you want to call it. We are up 2-1. They go 2-2. We go down 3-2. And that is all she wrote for us here in year number 2. It is going to be a Cavs and a Mavericks final. Is there anybody else in the Mavericks that's like, no, I want Jalen Duren and Clint Capella, I guess, but they did win 68 games. And the Cavs sweep Donovan Mitchell's second straight finals MVP. I need him either to leave the Cavs or somebody to nerf the Cavs. That would be nice. Let's get into the draft lottery. This is going to be obviously our final offseason, whether there's a major... Ooh, that's okay. That Phoenix pick, I have no idea. Is that the... I'm assuming it's the Kevin Durant trade, dumbass. And then that Houston pick, I don't know. Is that a swap? I actually don't know. Okay, so we do have the 4th overall selection from the Suns, and then... yeah, I don't know what other pick we were projected, but we don't have it looks like anyway, so whatever. But I'll take the 4th overall pick. That's obviously great. Staff signing. Honestly, I think Billy Donovan did a pretty good job. I think an Eastern Conference final appearance is not like bad enough to fire him. I don't really think that's very fair. So we're going to roll with him for our final season. And yeah, we're up to the draft right now, so obviously there is a big decision coming. And number 4, we also have number 28. Obviously, that is our own. So if we're going to make a trade, it is probably now, because I obviously do not need the 4th overall pick. So I don't know what exactly the trade could be, but there might be one coming. Oh my, what the fuck just happened? Holy shit. I don't know what just happened. We just pulled off a very, very big trade that landed me Anthony Edwards. We gave up the 4th overall pick. I was fine with that, and wow. I'm shocked. I don't know. I've traded for Anthony Edwards before, but that just felt way too easy. I mean, this dude's an absolute stud. I cannot believe we were able to do that. I'm just going to move Mikal Bridges to the 3. I mean, well, he goes up 1. Edwards doesn't go up at all. So, yeah, that's shocking. I mean, I didn't necessarily have to trade Cam Johnson, but I'm assuming if you're going to get Anthony Edwards, I don't think there's a single Brooklyn Nets fan out there that's going to be upset about that. But I'm just absolutely shocked. I cannot believe it was that easy to trade for Anthony Edwards. That's absolutely insane to me. All right, so we do not need this. I mean, can I actually just do this? And then can I get a future first just in case? Thank you very much, Oklahoma City. Okay, so let's head up to team player options. We're not going to be drafting anybody. Dariq Whitehead, Noah Clowney, definitely both coming back. Qualifying Cam Thomas, Deron Sharp. I'd like to bring them both back, I think. Maybe we could find an upgrade at the backup center spot, but that's not too important. Jamal Murray's obviously a huge priority for me right now. Have to make sure we get him back. I'm just going to qualify Cam Thomas. He's not going anywhere. He's been my 6th man. He's been pretty consistent. And then I'm going to wait on Sharp. Might end up giving him a real contract in case we do want to move him, but I don't have any plans of doing that right now. But we are going to need to find ourselves a new backup point guard. Obviously, we have decided to move on, and we did include Javon Carter in that trade. So that's definitely somebody that we're going to have to go ahead and replace. But yeah, I'm still in shock about the Anthony Edwards trade. I mean, I honestly cannot believe it. I really can't. But in terms of the backup point guard options for me, Jose Alvarado, Terrence Mann's here, Chris Dunn's here. I think I'm going to go with Alvarado. I got Mann in a video the other day. And, yeah, I definitely don't want to do the same thing multiple times, especially because I got Javon Carter the other day as well. So we're going to go ahead and make a signing here for hopefully Jose Alvarado. He agrees to a 2-year deal. And I might just roll with this. I really might. I mean, maybe there's an upgrade for Sharp somewhere. I mean, unless I see something that's just, like, so abundantly better, I'm probably not going to do it. I mean, there's probably something out there, but I just, don't even know if he makes enough money to go out and really find anything significant. So, I mean, is there anything else I could potentially do with this team? I don't know. I'm still honestly just kind of in shock. I really am. No, honestly, I'm fine with it. So I'm going to roll with the guys that we have here. See you guys at the start of the 3rd and final year. Honestly, still can't believe we were able to trade for Anthony Edwards. I mean, that's just completely crazy. Like, I'm mind blown right now. But obviously very excited to have him here. It's going to be Jamal Murray, Anthony Edwards, our new starting shooting guard. Mikal Bridges moves to the 3, Pascal Siakam, and then Nick Claxton. Bench unit, Tariq Whitehead's the highest overall now. He'll take over 6-man responsibilities, followed by Cam Thomas, Noah Clowney, Jose Alvarado, and Duron Sharp. I like this team a lot, man. This was an Eastern Conference final team last year, and we added a young superstar in Anthony Edwards. So hopefully we're in the finals this year. Hopefully we can win it all. See you guys at the end of year 3. In our final regular season, we go 64-18 as Luka Doncic does win his 2nd straight MVP. Hopefully we are well on our way to a championship here in Brooklyn. Cooper Flagg's your Rookie of the Year. He is in Chicago. Justin Edwards, 6th Man of the Year in New York. Victor Wembanyama, a 3rd straight D-boy. Oh, my God. Taylor Hendricks, Most Improved. Billy Donovan does win Coach of the Year for us. So I have my hopes. I am feeling pretty confident at this point in time. We actually aren't even the 1 seed. There were 3 60-plus win teams here in the East. We are definitely going to have to get pretty lucky and definitely going to have to play pretty well. But here's a look at the numbers on the year. Feel free to pause if you wish. Obviously, Anthony Edwards was a very welcomed and a very incredible addition to this already really solid team. So 2 seed here in the Eastern Conference. We beat Charlotte last year. They are obviously still a really good team. I mean, you have 290 overalls plus Bradley Beal, Mark Williams. So I'm going to sim the round. I am confident, but definitely not an easy first-round matchup. We move on to the Toronto Raptors. I already knew this because I actually tried to trade for him. I love Jaylen Brown. He is a Raptor, and that obviously hurts me very much. But, yeah, love JB. But hopefully we can beat him right now. But we're up 1-0. Make that 1-1. We go down 2-1. We make it 2-2. We go up 3-2. Go into Game 7. Holy shit. Holy shit. Cleveland once again. Donovan Mitchell did not leave. They've added our old friend Ben Simmons. Oh, man. Ben Simmons and Evan Mobley and Jared Allen, I'm not going to lie, that's a pretty good defensive trio right there. But hopefully we can get by Cleveland finally, because I would like to win one with this team. I think we definitely have the talent. Oh, my God, we're down 3-2. We're going to Game 7. Oh, we got it done. We got it done. We're in the finals. We're taking on the Oklahoma City Thunder here. Pascal Siakam, not the greatest series ever, but he's your Eastern Conference Finals MVP. Taking on SGA, and how do you have Larry Markkinen? Oh, shoot me. That's so annoying. No. Oh, come on. That's not the way I wanted this one to end. That is not the way I wanted this one to end. Damn. We built a sick team, though. I can't even lie. I mean, obviously, we don't get a championship every video, but this was an insane team, especially the Anthony Edwards trade. I know I've mentioned it about 28 times at this point. I just still can't believe it happened. But, yeah, man, what a team. And Nets fans, I am sorry, but hey, if your roster looked like this, I don't think you'd be too upset. But, yeah, man, that pretty much wraps this one up. I mean, hopefully you guys still enjoyed, even though we didn't win a championship. You guys see my wins. You see my losses. And I want to show you guys everything. So, yeah, that pretty much wraps this one up. As always, you guys have any other video ideas, let me know down below in the comment section. But, yeah, as always, thanks so much for watching. Love you guys. Catch you guys all in the next one.